Shalom, Yasharal. This is Brother Lamad here to bring out a little piece of information for people who are in doubt. First off, I would like to give all praises to Yahweh, who is Akkad, who is one, and there is none beside him. And with that, we're gonna just roll with it. Okay, this is gonna be a really short lesson. I want to keep this really short and sweet. It's been a year since I woke up to the truth of the Torah, so hopefully I'll be able to, wake others up, Yah willing. So it's been a year and some change, and I came across one of the brothers in Torah Nights, one of his videos. His name is Judah Nazareth. He came out talking about a passage that is found in Romans chapter 3 verse 7. And this thing has been beaten to death, it's like a dead horse trying to, but so we have the King James version of Romans chapter 3 verse 7, and it says, let me get my camera to focus. For if the truth of God had more abounded through my lie unto his glory, why yet am I also judged as a sinner? So I read this about a year ago, and the first thought I had in my mind was, why is this in the Bible? Like, what is this? This is weird, And then I was asking questions, and I would talk to other people, and then there was this one person I spoke to. He said that I was reading it out of context. So that was very interesting, because it became frustrating to say the least, because how, in what context do I have to read this to understand the message here? I mean, it seems like, regular reading comprehension. You don't need to read the whole thing in context. It's just, you can get a context from one sentence, from reading one sentence in some cases. And this is one of those cases. So I went ahead, asked questions, did research, and the books speak for themselves. And we're gonna just get into a little bit behind the code. I call this the code breaking. Every website has a source code. Well, we all know that the New Testament, their source code is not the Torah. It's some Greek letter BS. So we're gonna go into that. Okay. So the concordance number is 5582. That's G5582. And let's look up what it says in Greek, because if we're reading it out of context, well, maybe this will help us find what context. Okay, so 5582. If I'm not mistaken, that says falsehood and perfidy. Okay, that's pretty much lying. Okay. What context do I have to read this in to understand the message of Paul the apostle? And you know what's funny? Whenever I turn on a Christian radio station, whenever I drive, I'm always listening to preachers talk about Paul in high regard, and he's always being revered as the apostle Paul, sent by God to, give us the gospel. So let's read it again. Romans chapter 3 verse 7. For if the truth of God hath more abounded through my lie unto his glory. Why yet am I also judged as a sinner? So the truth of God through my lie. Now, this is very confusing. Okay. I actually brought it up to one of my brothers, and he put things in perspective. And it was funny. He actually taught me something after I taught him this. It's pretty much like, okay, say that I had a concert, and I wanted to put up an unknown rapper, for example, as the headliner. Okay, so rapper No Name is going up, and that's his rap name, No Name. And then on the flyers, I put up all the all the popular rappers, which I don't listen to, on the bill, on the flyer, and I say that and I don't want this video to sound outdated, so I'm not going to mention any of these rappers. Anyway, name your favorite rapper of today, because that changes every 5 minutes. Rappers get old every 5 minutes. So, all right, I have this flyer, and I'm giving it out, and I'm telling everybody that so-and-so is going to be there. So-and-so is going to be there. All the rappers that you're listening to on the radio are going to be at this venue. And then I get 3,000 people to show up to the venue. And then we have MC or rapper. Nobody even uses the word MC anymore. Rapper No Name is on stage. And everybody is like, yo, where's all the rappers on the flyer? Who is this MC rapper No Name I never heard of? But through my lie, I got you to show up. And through my lie, MC or rapper No Name got his venue filled up with 3,000 people. Okay? So, let's look at it again. For if the truth of God hath more abounded through my lie unto his glory, why yet am I also judged as a sinner? Let's look up another part of the book, because if you're not convinced, okay, it's G5582, falsehood. Okay, and then we have it again. Falsehood, fabrication, lie. All right. So we see that it's not, there's no context here. It means what it means. If I was a bushman in the jungle and I was raised by wolves, and I understood that wolves lie sometimes, a lie, the meaning of a lie would be the same if I'm in America and I learned the word lie in Oxford University. There's nothing special about the meaning of this word. A lie is a lie. You can lie in different languages. All right? Yeah, and that's in Romans chapter 3, verse 7. Now, if you're not convinced, if you're still not convinced, okay, because we didn't just read you the King James Version. We went into the Greek, got the Greek concordance. All right, let's look at the Hebrew. By the way, anyone who thinks that the New Testament was originally written in Hebrew, guess again. Okay? This was translated out of the original Greek. Okay? There was no New Testament written in Hebrew originally. It was written in Greek. So, let's get it again. Romans chapter 3, verse 7. For if the truth of God hath more abounded through my lie unto his glory, why yet am I also judged as a sinner? What word did they use in the Hebrew? Because, people might say, well, we're reading out of context. They didn't use the word lie in the Hebrew. Okay. What word is that? Kazab. Kazabia. I think it's the verb version of the word. But kazab is lying. H3577. Kazab. It's that, yeah. Kof, Zayin, Bet. Kazab, falsehood, lying, anything that deceives, lying. And yeah, this is it. Kazabia. Kazabia. All right. So if you're not convinced, we have it in the Greek, we have it in the English, and we have it in the Hebrew. Okay? Through his lie. Now, here's a good question. When did any of the prophets ever say in the Holy Scriptures, which is the original Hebrew Scriptures, the Tanakh, when did any of the prophets ever say something like this? If you can find it, please put it in the comment board. Then I'll take my video down. Okay? Because if you can prove to me that a prophet said some bullshit like this, then you know what? I guess we need to start lying onto God's glory, because that's what it's written in the scriptures. But this is in the New Testament, and this is Paul saying this. So here's the challenge for anyone watching this. Give me a prophet that says something like this in the scriptures. And I'm going to close this video with one more thing, okay? Because we have a scripture that cuts Paul. All right? We have Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 34, verse 4. From an unclean thing, what could be clean? And from something false, what could be true? Okay? From something false, what could be true? All right? Well, Shalom, I'm going to leave you with that. All praises to I.U.I.C. Big ups to the Torah Knights. If you're in Torah Knights and you do the labor, shout out to you, man. Shalom, take care.